Hello and welcome to a new video. Social media is going to burn right now. Niantic decided to nerf Clodsires before its release, and we're gonna take a look at this all today, see if it's still usable or not. In my opinion on it, it is wild, I have to say. As you can see here, some stuff changed. It's like code stuff, whatever. I just gonna show you what's actually interesting for it, which is a little bit further down. And this is here. Which is this actually? I think that's the Paldean Whooper. Yeah, the Paldean Whooper, which is going to get some interesting moves here with Body Slam, Mudshot, Poison Jab, Sludge Wave, like very decent moveset here. And then Clodsire. Clodsire loses Poison Jab and also loses Surf. With one change I'm okay with and I'm happy with, and this is losing Surf on this Pokemon. I don't think getting rid of Poison Jab is the smartest idea, but I do see why they do it. So yeah, final moveset, as you can see here down there, of course, information by Pokeminers, is going to be Poison Sting, Mudshot, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Acid Spray, and Water Pulse. Basically, Acid Spray is useless for this Pokemon now, because Acid Spray was only useful if you had Poison Jab, otherwise it does not make sense, so get rid of Acid Spray already. Water Pulse is a horrible move. Get rid of Water Pulse already. So basically, you're going to end up with those movesets here. You either can use Poison Sting, Mudshot for the fast move, or which is basically a clone of each other, so it does not really matter too much, to be fair. And then you can use the Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, as well as Stone Edge. There was some posts on social media which kind of went viral as well, and everybody was like hating around and whatever, where I also just trolled around a little bit, to be fair, a little bit on Twitter, where I was also just having a little bit of fun just because everybody was angry and I was just having a great time. But my opinion on it, yes, I was also for a nerf for it, but I was not for the nerf that they, for example, suggested here. A lot of the stuff that actually was suggested here now actually happened, where they say, get rid of Poison Jab, add Poison Sting, what they said, happened. Get rid of Surf, add Water Pulse, happened. I don't know, like for me, I would have been fine if they just get rid of Surf and kept Poison Jab. We're gonna take a look at the actual calculations or whatever afterwards as well a little bit. But as you're going to see here right now, like the stuff that they basically said nearly all came true, which I find kind of interesting there. Mega Horn might be actually interesting. I haven't taken a look at this one as well. I can actually take a look at this as well later on then, because Mega Horn was not in the moveset yet, but is going to be, of course, available during the community day. And with this, maybe Mega Horn actually does make some sense. We're going to have to take a look at this one afterwards as well. But as you're going to see here right now, yeah, like their main idea behind it, I can maybe even scroll on a little bit further, or not, maybe I'm just going to open it in a new tab, that's easier. We're going to see here already that they want to basically say, yeah, okay, we're going to get rid of Poison Jab because it's a little bit too strong for this Pokemon, which I guess kind of is okay, but for me it was either get rid of Poison Jab and keep Surf, or get rid of Surf and keep Poison Jab. For me, getting both rid of makes this Pokemon not as interesting anymore by far, which you're going to take a look at later on as well, like don't worry. But here we see what their like idea was behind replacing Surf with Water Pulse, because you can in future basically buff Water Pulse a little bit, which I can see. Like Water Pulse currently is a horrible move. It's I think like 60 energy, does basically no damage. So definitely going to be something that you can buff later on. Unlike Surf, which so many Pokemon have already and so many Pokemon rely on that you cannot just nerf later on. So I am a friend of basically releasing a Pokemon a little bit worse and then maybe buffing it later on. Main reason for this is Niantic is not allowed to remove a move from a Pokemon. Like just for anybody who always suggests this, for like Medicham, get rid of Ice Punch, they are not allowed to. Like Pokemon Company or whatever is saying no to it. I asked for it as well, like this is the reply that I got, so don't even ask for this, it doesn't happen. So for me, starting a little bit more, okay, just going to make it a little bit worse and try to slowly adapt it maybe in the future does make a lot of sense for the long run. For right now, of course, a Pokemon that a lot of people were excited of going to fall down a little bit. And we're going to take a look at this one real quick. I put basically here some basically the same movesets, but then with either Mudshot or Poison Sting. We're going to see here, of course, first one, Earthquake Sludge Bomb, which is most likely the best one in my opinion, at least. Then we're going to have Poison Sting with that, and then we're going to have Mudshot plus Stone Edge plus Sludge Bomb, which is actually, interestingly enough, very strong, which you're going to see soon as well. And then we're going to have this again with Poison Sting, and then at the end we're going to take a look at Water Pulse, basically, together with Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is basically already guaranteed on this Pokemon, because it's a cheap step, hard-hitting move to hit something like a Medicham, to hit something like the, I don't know, like the grass types that are currently running around, like a Superior or whatever. So that kind of does make sense. And if we take a look at the matchups here, we're going to see already that the worst one is basically on the right side, which is Water Pulse, which we can get rid of later on for the Mega Horn real quick, just to showcase a little bit better. And the best one is actually the interesting one here, which I did not really expect, is not the one with Earthquake, which is also step for this Pokemon. It is the one with Stone Edge, which is going to allow you to hit something like a Pelipper, to hit something like a Mandibuzz, to hit something like a Mantine, which I guess does make sense. Going to give you neutral damage against Gligar as well. Of course, you're still going to lose the matchup because you don't have super effective damage against this Pokemon anymore. But as you're also going to see here, you're still going to be able to win against the Registeel, which I feel like is a very important matchup if you go for Mudshot over Poison Sting. So for me, Poison Sting is not ideal and most likely is worse than Mudshot just because of the coverage against Steel-type Pokemon. Yes, you're going to lose now against Pelipper instead, which is something which I would at least say it's better to lose against the Pelipper compared to the Registeel with a Pokemon. It's just at least my opinion for it. But as we're going to see here right now, this is not really looking too good for Water Pulse in general. So let's put on the Mega Horn real quick here for PvPoke, because Mega Horn going to maybe give it a little bit of better coverage. I would most likely still run Sludge Bomb again. Sludge Bomb is definitely seemingly the best move to go for. Let's see if Mega Horn going to help this Pokemon out now after those changes. And we're going to see, I think it's better than the first variant where you go for Earthquake plus Sludge Bomb, but I don't think it's way better. You're going to, I guess, be able to hit a Mandibuzz for a little bit more damage there. Honestly, it does not really make too much of a difference. So, like, I don't think that the community move is still something that you need on this Pokemon. But let's take a look at other shield scenarios. It's the average between the 0 and the 1 shield scenario. How is it on the 2 shield scenario? What is the best one here? And we're going to see there's actually Poison Sting is the best one, being able to beat low 90s as well as the Pelipper with it, which is interesting. But also Mega Horn has a little bit more of play there, it feels like. But again, Poison Sting is actually kind of decent here in the T-Shield scenario, which I find kind of interesting. So it really depends. Like, I cannot really say that, okay, this moveset is the best one or not. I feel like that Stone Edge is the best idea behind it, to be fair right now. But I would go for Mudshot plus Stone Edge right now. And we're going to take a look at this one here real quick. At this time, which is going to be Mudshot, Stone Edge, as well as Sludge Bomb. We can take a look in the one-shield scenario, and we have an average rating below 500, which seems really bad for this Pokemon, to be fair. We're going to take a look at real quick at what this was before as well, but here we see what Pokemon we're going to lose against, which is going to be Swampert, Diggersby, Quagsire, Steelix, Gligar, Stunfisk, Swampert, Gligar, again, Lantern, all the Pokemon that are actually really common in the current meta. So, yeah, like, I have to say, rip, like literally rip to this Pokemon. Let's take a look just real quick here with the recommended moveset, which is what it was before, basically. 520, way more wins, and way less hard counter matchups here. So, yeah, this Pokemon really got screwed, to be fair. I would actually recommend you there back in the day to go for Earthquake maybe even instead, which gives you a 560 rating. It will not happen anymore. It will not happen anymore, but maybe for the good. Like, honestly, I do understand that people want to have change, but do you want to have change in a way that you have the bulkiest Pokemon basically around to be the best Pokemon? I don't get this point, to be fair. Like, I do understand that you want change, but buff Pokemon like Halucha again, or like give Halucha for like everybody in the wild as well. Like, stuff like this would make more sense, because Halucha would be a cool core breaker. It's a squishy core breaker. It has a great moveset, it has a great typing, but then you decide to nerf this Pokemon to the ground, which is something which I don't understand more than this one. Like, I rather don't have like those bulky, very fast attacking, just very bulky Pokemon here around that just sit around and make games very long. I rather would like to see more core breakers, more squishy Pokemon with great moves, more fast moves maybe added to the game for those Pokemon. Just somewhat of a balance that we have some more squishy Pokemon being viable in the current meta, but yeah, this is my opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. I find it kind of interesting, kind of wild that it's so much. Like, I didn't really expect there would be so much of a nerf for it, but yeah, this is how it is, and hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.